Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. Today I am super excited about how I got this look. This is drugstore versus high-end. I believe, I'm trying to remember, I think this is the drugstore side. This is high-end, and I think it turned out fabulous. Before we get started, make sure to subscribe, hit the thumbs up button, and I figured it out. Hit the notification bell to get your notifications about when I post my videos. Now, if you're interested to see how I got this look, keep watching. Alright, so I have all of my things laid out here. I don't think you can see them, but over on this side I have all of my just higher brands, and over here on the other side is drugstore. I'm going to try to keep them separate, and basically, like I mentioned before, I'm just going to go split right down the middle, drugstore on the left side and then high-end on the right side. So I'm going to see how this turns out. Some of these products I have used before, some of them are brand new, so I'm not really sure how my skin is going to react to them. Hopefully just fine. But let's see how this goes. Yeah. Alright. So I'm going to start with drugstore first, and I'm going to go in with the Catrice Cosmetics Prime and Fine Primer. Now, I have used this before. Oh my gosh, that was kind of a lot. And it's not my favorite. Could have probably gotten a different one, but here we are. I've never done something on only half of my face, so this is going to be really weird. This texture, I don't even know how to describe it, but I feel like it's very smooth, but it also, to me, feels like it could just all rub off very easily, and I don't really know if it's going into the skin. So, you know, really great, just trying to really great product, really am promoting it here. So sorry, Catrice. The hard part is I've actually heard great things about Catrice, and that's the only item I have from them. Now I have all of my fingernails. Ladies with the long nails, you know. You get stuff in your nails all the time. Now for my high end, I'm going to go with the Smashbox, the original Photo Finish Smooth and Blur Primer. I have never used this one before, but I've heard really great things about it. I'm all for trying new things here. So, let's see. Usually you can tell the difference between a higher end and drugstore product. Sometimes you can't, sometimes they work just the same. As far as this one, I feel like it is laying on the skin a little bit better than the other one so far. But there we go. Alright, our next step is concealer. So I actually love this concealer. I've started using it more often now, and it's the Maybelline New Instant Age Rewind concealer, and I love it. What's funny is in my last video I got one, I don't remember who it was by, I think it was Revlon, and it had the like sponge applicator on it. Didn't love it because it was light coverage. This one is so much better, and it is a twist, but now I have the primer all over my fingers. And I'm actually going to blend two colors on this one. I do like it to be a little bit more brightening. This first one is in the shade Honey, and then this next one is just light. And I'll go right here. Super weird. I'm just going to take a little sponge applicator and dab it in. Now I don't normally use these sponge applicators. In fact, I'm not going to, because I realized how much I just don't enjoy them. Maybe I'll use a concealer brush here. one is definitely more medium coverage, but it blends super well. I'm going to go in with a little bit more. Another good trick, if you do not have a primer for your eyes and you feel like you need one, concealer does the trick just fine. You don't really need to have a separate one. I used to. I really do like the Urban Decay eyeshadow primer. I need one for my eyes. Not everybody does, but eyeshadow for me just falls off if I don't have anything, any base on there at all. Okay, I feel like it's not really doing the trick. I don't know what's happening here. But, yeah, what is happening? Okay, I'm just going to leave this here on my chin, you know. Maybe it's the brush. I never use a brush. This is the Sonia Cassock. I'm not really sure. Brush. It says paddle foundation. But we're just going to go and pretend like it's. What I'm wondering here, because it's not working as well as it usually does, is if it's the primer, because I haven't used the Catrice primer in a while. It's not old, but again, it feels like things could just really slide off really easily, and I feel like that's what this concealer is doing. That's much better right there. So maybe that is the problem. For the high end, we're going to go in with the Born This Way Multi-Use Sculpting Concealer in the shade Warm Beige. And this one is not as light. We're going to go in with a different concealer brush here. The Morphe. There's no number. It just says Morphe. I think it came in like a little gift set type of situation. I really like this concealer a lot. Oh my, I'm making a mess. You know what's crazy is I don't normally use a brush for concealer, but it's working pretty well. Oh, I should probably get the chin over on this side. So we are going to be able to tell the difference between the concealers, as this one's more goldeny and yellow, and this one is definitely has like a pink undertone to it. So there will be a difference there. We will be able to see that. And it didn't take as much buildup for this concealer, so that would be the difference. I do like that this one's lighter. I do wish there was a little bit more coverage, but again, I really like it. It's worked well for me so far. Next, we're going to go in with foundation. Now, I recently picked up the Maybelline Dream Urban Cover Full Coverage Protective Makeup Sunscreen. And if you watch Tati, you know she just did a full face of Maybelline products and picked up this. This one's going to probably be a little bit too dark. I don't know if this one's going to be too light, so we might mix them. We're going to see how they turn out. I do have a brand new beauty blender for this. So, let's see here. I'm just going to put it on my hand first. Oh, it's pretty liquidy. I have to remember I don't need as much because it's only going on half the face. So let's try the shade. Oh. It might be just fine. Yeah, you can definitely smell the sunscreen in this. But it does claim to be full coverage. So we're going to test that out. I can still see a little bit of the redness on my cheeks here. So maybe I just need to blend it in a little bit more. It is super runny. Oh, there we go. There we go. Only halfway, remember, Haley? I'm going to end up forgetting for sure. You know how hard it is to only get half of your nose? It's hard, people. Also, Wow, that's sunscreen. Okay. An SPF 50. They're really taking care of you. It's a little bit light compared to this side of my face. Probably could have gone in. You know what we're going to? We're just going to lather her on. We're going to go in with a little bit of the darker shade. Oh, I didn't even say it. This is the first one I used was 228 Soft Tan, and this one is 330 Toffee. I just got really confused because they're only 2 shades apart, but one is 330 and one's 220. Math, people. Oh yes, mixing those a lot better. A lot better. I didn't add much of the toffee color, but I feel like it went well. And I'm really disappointed with the concealer. You know what? It's making me sad because I normally love it. But lucky for me, I have a million drugstore concealers. So I'm going to go in with the e.l.f. Camo Concealer that everybody says is a dupe for Shape Tape. And this is in the shade Medium Beige. It's a lot lighter than the Too Faced one. Oh, I'm using the wrong. It's fine. We're fine. We're doing fine. Are we though? Okay. Oh, let's get her up there. What is wrong with me? Okay, much better. Alright, moving on. Moving forward. We're going to go in with the Born This Way Too Faced foundation. Can I speak in the color Praline? This is my old beauty blender that I always use. Probably should wash it. Don't tell. It's really disgusting, but it's fine. And I do really enjoy this foundation. I've been going back and forth. I recently picked up the new Fenty foundation, the Pro Filter, and I enjoy that as well. So I've been kind of going back and forth and playing with the two of them and just seeing which one's better. Oh my gosh, I don't know how easy it is to tell on the camera, but these shades are very different. I mean, not too much so, but I mean, maybe it's because I know. Maybe it's because you know. I don't know what's happening. We're just going to go around with this whole sponge on the bottom. So far, still this. I don't know. I don't want to be biased because they're all products I use on the daily. But here I am. Just feel like it's not going well. Help. Send help. Alright, next we're going to go into cream contour, and I just must love Maybelline because I picked up the Super Stay, what is it, multi-use foundation stick in the shade Mocha 360 if you're looking at that. It does have a sponge applicator on it, but I do not like those. I don't feel like they work very well on these things. I have used this stick in the past, and I do enjoy it. Oh. This is like a little bit dark, but that's okay. We're not going to go on the nose. It's really stressing me out. We're just going to go in with the end of our beauty blender. Right here. On the contour. If I could learn how to speak eventually, you know, like, I'll learn. Eventually. But for now. Ooh. Okay. There we go. Feel like that went well. Now, some might argue for high-end, I have our Morphe. I think it's, yeah, in the shade C4. And the Morphe, I use it as a cream contour. It was with the concealer, so it's probably concealer, but it does not matter. You can use it however you would like. Some would argue that Morphe is like a drugstore product, which I understand because it's fairly cheap. However, it's so high quality. It does not matter. I don't really know how to judge that, but I'm going to use it for high end because I think it works so well. Now these are actually fairly close. Pretty. Well, there we are. I think it's going well. I'm really appreciating it. Okay, we are done with the beauty blenders. Moving on to powder. For Drugstore, again with the Maybelline, hashtag sponsor me. We're going to go in the Master Fix Setting and Perfecting Loose Powder. Now, I haven't used this powder in such a long time, but it is one of my translucent shade. I'm making a mess. I'm a disaster. And I'm going to go in with the, what is it? Real Techniques. I think that's what it's called. Pardon me if I'm wrong. Powder brush, and I'm just going to use the same brush for the whole face. Yes. Or not, yeah, for the whole face. Different powders, but this is one of my favorites. It's been a minute, though, since I've used it. I got on a kick where I really was into trying different face powders. And it helped because I got to figure out what I didn't like and ones that I did. And this is the only drugstore powder that I have enjoyed. I've tried one by Flower and the Coity Airspun. I think that's what it is, and I did not like it. But this one I love. So it's fun to have that one back out. Now for high end, I do a couple powders with the high end, and I didn't really find one that was similar to this, but I used the Too Faced Prime Poreless Skin Smoothing Pressed Powder first. And I actually go in with a foundation brush right underneath my eyes and on the eyelid. I just think it really smooths it all out. Like, I can already tell the difference between here and that there's like hardly any powder right there, or on this eyelid, which is going to be a problem eventually. And then for just loose powder, I'm going to go in with the Charlotte Tilbury Magic Powder under eye and face, also in the shade Translucent, I believe. I should check. Oh, fair medium, actually. I'm not really sure why I'm using that shade, but I am. It works. I feel like you can't, it actually lightens it up, which I've used if I have like a too dark of a foundation. I found that it's very helpful, which makes sense now, knowing that it's not translucent. But if you don't put too much on, you won't be able to tell. This one does have a little bit of a scent. The other one, the Maybelline Master Fix, doesn't. But I do love this one. I do. I really do. Okay. Done there. Now onto the brows. We have, what do we have? If I can find it. In this mess. Here we go. Can't even grab it. We have L'Oreal Brow Stylist Definer in Dark Brunette. I have used this multiple times. I do love it. I found myself going back to it. And I'm just going to do this really quickly. Brows are going to take a second, so I will get back to you when we are onto the high end. All right. We have one brow done. We're going to move on to the next one, and I'm going to go in with the ABH Dip Brow Pomade in the shade Dark Brown. And I would usually use the Brow Wiz pencil by Anastasia. However, I have been using their pomade recently, and I have really been enjoying it, and I don't have a Brow Wiz pencil right now. So we're going to use this. Luckily, I have very thick and full eyebrows. Don't need too much defining, but I'm going to go ahead and fill this in. Can't speak. I'm going to go ahead, fill in this eyebrow, and then we're going to move on to the next product. Alright, we're back. I'm dying a little bit inside because the pomade is definitely a lot thicker, so one eyebrow definitely looks a lot more full or filled in. Yeah, full. So I'm going to go ahead and just add a little bit more. We're going to be able to, okay, that's a little better. That one area was just really throwing me off. However, this one is still a little bit better. It's probably going to stay a little bit longer, but that's our eyebrows. Oh my gosh. Next, let's see, I'm getting a little parched in here. Next is eyeshadow. Now I tried to pick out two eyeshadows palettes that were very similar. Really don't know what kind of eyeshadows I'm going with quite yet. Probably just neutral look, somewhat neutral, not too crazy of colors. But for Drugstore, I have the NYX Professional Makeup Swear By It palette, and this thing is beautiful. Would you look at that? I have used this one a lot. And then with the high-end one, I have the Urban Decay Born to Run palette, which I also really love, and I just feel like they have very similar oranges and browns in here, so I'm going to do that. I'm going to go in with the NYX palette first, and I think, I'm going to go in with some brown and yellows. I think that's what I'm going to do. So we'll start with this first. I'm just going to go in with, let's see, a Sonia Kashuk, I really hope I'm saying that correctly, brush. And I'm going to start with just like this mustardy, this color right here, this mustardy yellow, orangish color. Don't mind me making a mess. And then we're going to try to create the same look over on the other side, but we will see how we do. Also, all day today, I've been wanting to wear sweaters and scarves. It's not quite that weather yet, but I feel like the day it turns to be September, it should be like orange and red leaves everywhere and whatnot, and cold weather. But alas, here we are. I'm just going to do a little fall look instead to really represent the season. Okay. So I really actually like this palette. Like I had said, I use this a lot. I feel like it is very pigmented. The Urban Decay one doesn't take as much building up, but it is still really great. Now I'm going to go in with just kind of right over that. Let me make sure. I really want them to match because it's really going to bother me, and I am going out, so I want it to look, going to the movies, so I guess it doesn't need to really look any, like, doesn't matter because nobody will be able to see me. But what do I want to do? Alright, I'm going to go in with this brownish color. It kind of has like a purple-ish undertone to it, which is okay, but... Okay, so it's looking really dark, and I'm just going to go back in with that yellow color I'd used before and go right on the same spot, but now I'm just blending out, I'm blending those two colors together. Okay, before I go in with any other colors on the top of my lid, I am going to go underneath the eye with probably, I think, this color right here. None of these have shades, they're just numbers or names. And I'm just going to go underneath on the lower lash line a little. And you want to make sure that those two blend out if you're going to do that, or that they blend together. It looks a little dark right now, but with mascara I just feel like it makes the eye look come together as a whole. So now, I really want the inner corner to lighten up and to be bright. I'm really sticking to this, guys. I'm really proud of myself because I'm not even gonna wet the brush with, okay, that works, with a high-end spray. Here we go, Drugstore. Is the Milani Make It Dewy Setting Spray. I don't even know how well this works, but we're gonna try it. Going with a little bit of an orangey color, just right on the lid. I'm gonna go in with a lighter goldish color right here. I'm gonna take in that one, and I'm just gonna go in with a brush like so. I'm also going to wet it. Oh, she pigmented. Yes. And the biggest thing is that you always want to make sure that your shimmers are like fully blended together. So like kind of up here you can see it's a little bit more of a harsh line. And I'm just going to go back in with the brush I used for the yellow color and just blend them together. So it is lighter, but to really brighten it up, I'm going to go in right here in the under corner with, ooh, Gina. That's beautiful. That is beautiful. I'm going to go in with the tiny little guy. He's just so baby small. And I'm going to go in right to the inner corner to brighten it up. Oh, Gina. Look at it. That color though. I'm loving it. And then I'm going to, because I can't get enough. You can never have enough highlighter. You really can't. I'm going to go in with this brush and go right up here on the brow bone. Beautiful. Alright, that's the Drugstore look with eyeshadow. Now we're going to go in. We're going to try to recreate this with our Urban Decay palette. Oh, they actually look really similar. I'm happy with it. I think that's one thing I always have to tell myself is that they're not, if you're like, I'm not loving the way that it looks, try to at least finish your eye look beforehand or before you quit, because they can just come together. Now I'm just kind of wiping off the excess powder. I need to go in with highlighter on the inner corner, and we're going to go in with the Anastasia Beverly Hills and the Amrezi shade. Is it Amrezi? Amrezi? Who knows? To the brow bone. I really wanted to just go put it on the other side so badly. But that's okay. Alright. We're done with the eyeshadow. Now it is time for bronzer. I don't really necessarily feel like I need bronzer right now because of the contour. That's alright. We're going to do, I purchased it, so why not? We're going to go with the Maybelline City Bronzer in the shade 300. Yep. This is the color. I'm going to take my Jaclyn Hill JH02. Sorry, I couldn't see it. Brush. And just go right where, basically, I'm just enhancing the contour that I put on my face. Oof. Kind of want to clean that up a little. She snatched. I'm just going to go in right here and blend that out a little bit more. Alright. Then I'm going to go in with Too Faced Dark Chocolate Soleil Bronzer. Love this stuff. So good. So good. Yeah, I do feel like that was a little bit easier to blend. Than the Maybelline one. But we don't want the face to be too dark. And I feel like it's getting to that point. I feel like I really just went overboard. But it's fine. How many times can I say that in a video? That's what I want to know. Okay. Next is blush. And I have here 2 different Milani blushes. Which one do I want? I feel like I'm going to go with this one in the shade Luminoso. I love Milani products so much. Do they smell good? They don't smell like anything. Just so y'all know. And it comes with a little blush brush. How cute. For this, I have a brush that I was gonna use. I do have a brush. Okay. I'm gonna go in with Sonia. Whoa. That is powdery. I don't like that. I don't. It's gonna go right up here. Oh, yep. Oh, yikes. That's not what I wanted. Should have known. It's a illuminating blush. We're going to try the other one. Also looks like it's going to have some shimmer in it. In Dolce Pink. Oh, no. Please, no. Okay, that one was a lot better, but it's going to be shiny. It is. It's going to be shiny. We're going to have a shiny look. I just feel like the pink is not really... Okay, it's a little bit there. I'm not loving that, gonna be honest. Wow. I'm gonna try my other Milani brush, or blush, that I do actually really enjoy, but it's a little light for me during the summertime. Just to add, just building up. Okay. For high end, this one's going to be darker than the other ones, but we're going in with the Chanel blush in Tweed Beige. And I'm going to use the JH04 blush brush. But I really want to match the shimmer. I don't want one side of my face to be too shimmery. Now I'm just going to go right on that cheekbone. Okay. Yes. I feel like... No, don't do it. Don't do it, Haley. Then we're going to go in with highlighter as one of our... We're getting close to the end, folks. Going in with the JH09. Again, this is the, oh, this is Wet n Wild. I think I might have said Maybelline. I'm not sure. In the shade Golden Flower Crown. Right here. How we doing? How we doing? It's looking pretty. It sure is. And then gonna go in with the Morphe M510 highlighting brush with the Omrezi highlighter we used on this side earlier. They're both a gold. Trying to make it match as much as possible. Okay, so now we have all of our powders done. I'm going to go ahead and spray the face. Now, what's interesting is going to try to get it only on half my face. So first we're going to go back in with the Milani, make it dewy. And I'm going to try to do this. Now I'm going to go in with the Morphe Continuous Setting Mist. Probably should do that again. I do love this stuff, and I feel like it smells great. Here we are again. Don't mind me. Now, we just see which one holds up best. I'm going to go in with mascara next. So first, I'm going to go in with the Essence Lash Princess Mascara on this side. What will be interesting to see is I normally use my high end and low end on this, like I use them both. Oh, this is the Better Than Sex mascara. I didn't even say that. I've always used this one. So it'll be interesting to see, oh dang it, how they hold up on their own. This will be the real test. Okay, I'll go in with another layer in just a second, but we're going to move on to lips, which I think is going to be very interesting. So I recently picked up the NARS, what is this, a Velvet Matte Lip Pencil in the shade Take Me Home. I've used these in the shade Cruella before, and I love them. I think they're just so wonderful. So I tried to match this shade. Oh, that is perfect. The best that I could. And so I got the Maybelline Superstay Matte Ink in the shade. This is Globetrotter and Seductress. Ooh. So we're going to try and see if this will work. I think this might be this. Can I? Oh, please. I'm a genius. So we're actually going to go in with the high end first this time and see how this works. I am going to put a little bit of this. Nope, can't, because I can't do that. I'm ridiculous. We're just going to go in with the NARS. We're just going to have to go on the whole lip with this. Which is perfect because I feel like that is my perfect nude right there. I think I found it. I think I just found it. Oh my gosh. My dog is just rolling around on the ground. I'm going to test these first before I actually put them on my lips because this is looking a little bit more orange than I had intended. Yeah, I'm actually thinking the other one might be a little bit better. Come on. Oh, actually, I'm wondering. There it is. I'm going to blend them. So, gonna go in with, oh my, these smell delicious. if I just left it? Hello, I'm here to see my movie. Oh, I think I'm so funny. Alright, now I'm going to go in with Globetrotter right over can't speak. Never mind. And I'm like trying to only blend this side. I'd say that is pretty close. Wow. I'm impressed that I was able to do that. I really don't know how I did that. Can we all give it up for me really quickly? Thank you. Thank you. I hear your applause. I do. I do. I'm going to go one more layer. And oh, that was close. Of Essence, and then one more of Better Than Sex, and then I think we have ourselves a looks. Oh, dang it. Definitely not someone underneath. Folks. Oh. I'm making it worse. I'm making it worse. Oh. Okay, dude. Come in handy. Oh, Nilly. Would you look at that? We have ourselves a look. Again, this is Drugstore. This is high-end. So far, I'd say they're really close. They're so close. I am so impressed with myself for the lipstick mostly. I cannot believe that they match so perfectly. I mean, they are a little bit different, but wow, I'm going to be wearing this color all the time now. It's my new favorite. And the eyeshadow looks, I'd say, are very similar. Obviously, the high end is a little bit brighter when it comes to the shimmers. I'd say, as far as contour, they're very close. I'd say this one looks a little bit more smoother. I don't know. I think I'm just really hooked. I can't stop staring at my lips. And I'm so sorry about that. But I'm just, wow. Wow. All right. Well, my vanity is a disaster. And I need to work on putting this away. But thank you guys for watching. And let me know what you think down below in the comments. Which side is your favorite? What products have you used before? Or were you impressed by in this video? And I'll see you guys later. Bye.